Hello everyone. Welcome to the new session of Biomolecules NCRT based question. This is the fourth part that we are going to discuss about the NCRT based question. Okay. So first question. Match the column 1 that contain organic compound. The column 1 is having all the organic compounds with column 2 that are the examples for the organic compound, and choose the correct combination from the given options. So here we are having the column 1 that is having organic compound and column 2 that is having the examples about it. So fatty acid, phospholipids, aromatic amino acid and acetic amino acid. And here the examples are glutamic acid, tryptophan, lecithin and palmitic acid. So fatty acid, which is the fatty acid? Glutamic acid is not a fatty acid. Tryptophan is an amino acid. Lecithin is a phospholipid. And palmitic acid, yes, palmitic acid is a fatty acid that is having 16 carbon fatty acid. Okay. Next is phospholipid. So phospholipid is present in the plasma membrane. Phospholipids are present in the plasma membrane, and one of the phospholipid which is present in the plasma membrane is lecithin. Aromatic amino acid, tryptophan. Tryptophan is the aromatic amino acid. And acidic amino acid, as the name indicates, glutamic acid. The another amino acid that is acidic in nature is aspartic acid. So glutamic acid and aspartic acid are the two examples of the acidic amino acid. So here comes the glutamic acid. So A is matched with 4, B is matched with 3rd, and C is matched with 2, and D is matched with 1. Okay, so this is the correct matching of the organic compound with its examples. Moving to the next question. So this is the correct option. Okay, moving to the next question. Match the biomolecules given in the column 1. So biomolecules are given in the column 1 with their examples given in the column 2. So column 1 is having different biomolecules and column 2 is having the examples of it. So polysaccharide. So which of the following is a polysaccharide here? Protein, nucleic acid, lipid. And here we are having GLUT4, cholesterol, inulin and adenylic acid. So if you remember, we have studied in according to the NCRT syllabus 3 different types of polysaccharides, that is starch, cellulose and also inulin. Inulin is a polysaccharide of fructose. Okay, so polysaccharide is inulin. Protein, GLUT4, cholesterol, adenylic acid. Cholesterol is not a protein. Adenylic acid is also not a protein. GLUT4 is a protein. It is a receptor that is present in the plasma membrane. So this is a lipid bilayer, and this is the intrinsic protein that is called as GLUT4. Intrinsic protein that is called as GLUT4, that is responsible for getting inside insulin hormone Actually, the hormone doesn't come inside the cell. Glucose bounded by the insulin comes inside it, the cell, through this GLUT4. That is the intrinsic protein. So this is the type of protein, GLUT4. Nucleic acid. Adenylic acid is a nucleic acid, and lipid, cholesterol. So A is matched with 3, B is matched with 1, C is matched with 4, and D is matched with 2. So this is the matching of biomolecules with its examples. Moving to the next question. So here we are having the correct options. Okay. Match the column having the category with the column 2 secondary metabolites and choose the correct option. In the NCERT, we are having a table that is having a category of the secondary metabolites and its examples. Okay. So pigments, terpenoids, alkaloids, and lectins. Concaveline A, monoterpenes and diterpenes, morphine, codeine, carotenoids, and anthocyanin. So pigments, we have started. There are different types of pigments. Chlorophyll is also a type of pigments. And here, carotenoids and anthocyanins are also type of pigments. So pigments, we are having carotenoids and anthocyanin. Terpenoids. Terpenoids are monoterpenes and diterpenes. These are the two examples of the terpenoids. Okay. Alkaloids. Morphine and codeine are the two alkaloids. Okay. And lectins. Concaveline A. Concaveline A. So the correct match is A. 4, B. 2, C. 3, and D. 1. So this is the correct match. D1, C3, B2, and A4. Moving to the next question. Match the column 1 with column 2 and choose the correct options. So here we are having column 1, cotton fiber, exoskeleton of arthropods, RNA, enzymes. In column 2, we are having chitin, nucleic acid, protein, and cellulose. So which of the following is matched with the cotton fiber? Cotton fiber, chitin? No. Cotton fiber, nucleic acid? Absolutely no. Cotton fiber with protein? No match. Cotton fiber with cellulose? Yes. Cotton fibers. Cellulose is made up of present in the cell wall, and cotton fibers are actually the cellulose. Okay. Exoskeleton of arthropods. Chitin. It is a type of polysaccharide. Chitin. Okay. So exoskeleton of arthropods and certain insects, crustaceans, and also the cell wall of fungi. They are having chitin in it. Okay. Yes. Next is RNA. RNA is a type of nucleic acid. Very simple. RNA is a type of nucleic acid. Other nucleic acid is DNA even. Okay. Enzyme. The chemical nature of the enzyme is protein. So if we match, A will be matched with 4, B will be matched with 1, C will be matched with 2, and D will match with 3. So this is the correct match for this question. Okay. Next, match the protein given in the column 1 with its function given in the column 2. So here we are having column 1, different types of protein, and column 2 is given the function. Now we have to match the protein with its function. Collagen, it is a protein. Trypsin, it's an enzyme which is a protein. Insulin, this is an hormone which is made up of a protein. And GLUT4, this is also a protein which is present in the plasma membrane as an intrinsic protein. Now function: glucose transport, hormone, intercellular ground substance, and enzyme. So collagen is actually an intercellular ground substance. Trypsin is an enzyme. Insulin is a hormone. These are all protein. Collagen is also protein. That is the largest animal protein. Okay, most abundant animal protein. Trypsin is an enzyme. Insulin is an hormone. This is also protein in nature. Insulin, which is an hormone, acts as an hormone, that is also protein in nature. So this is hormone. GLUT4, it is a protein that helps in the transport of glucose. In the earlier question, we have already discussed about it, that it is a transmembrane protein that is having a receptor for the insulin. Now insulin encapsulate the glucose molecule and allow it to pass inside the cell. So glucose transport, it helps in glucose transport. So if we have a match, then we can write it: A matched with 3, B matched with 4, C matched with 2, and D matched with 1. Okay, so this is the correct match. Next question: match column 1 function with column 2 types of enzymes. So column 2 is given different types of enzyme. So let us see here. Column 1 is having the functions of different types of enzyme, and the type of enzyme is given in column 2. Now enzyme catalyze the removal of groups from substrate. Okay, substrate is there, and enzyme remove one of the group from that substrate and form the product. Enzyme catalyzing interconversion of the optical or position isomers. So changing of the isomers. Enzyme which catalyze oxidoreduction. Oxidoreduction means oxidation as well as reduction. Oxidoreduction. Enzyme catalyzing the linking together of two compounds. Okay, so these are the different functions. Now enzyme catalyze the removal of group from the substrate. That is lyase. Enzyme catalyzing interconversion of optical or the positional isomers. This is very simple. Isomerase enzyme. Okay. Enzyme which catalyze the oxidoreductase enzyme. An enzyme catalyzing the link together two compound are linked together by the enzyme ligases. So very simple. A is matched with 4, B is matched with 2, C is matched with this is 4, B is matched with, this is 1, C is matched with 2, and D is matched with 3rd. So this is the correct match. Yes. Okay, moving to the next question. Statement 1. This is the question 7. Statement 1. Plant cell wall are made up of cellulose. And paper made from the plant pulp and cotton fiber is chitin in nature. So, plant cell wall are made up of cellulose. This is the correct statement. We all know that the cell wall of the plant is made up of cellulose. Paper made from the plant pulp and cotton fiber is chitin in nature. Chitin is not present in the plant cell wall or the cotton fiber. Chitin is present in the exoskeleton of crustaceans and insects, as well as cell wall of fungi, So this statement is totally incorrect. So the correct is statement 1 is correct, but the statement 2 is incorrect. Next question. Inulin is a polymer of fructose and starch forms the helical secondary structure. So inulin, it is a polysaccharide that is made up of fructose monomer. It is a polysaccharide that is formed by the fructose, and starch form the helical secondary structure. If you remember the structure of starch earlier, the starch is having a single a polypeptide. Amino acids are linked with the peptide bond like this, but it form a helical chain. Its primary structure form the helical chain like this. Helix like the structure is formed. So starch form the helical secondary structure. So here it is written secondary structure, but the starch form this helical primary structure. It is the primary structure, not the secondary structure. So the statement 2 is incorrect, whereas statement 1 is correct. Statement 1. All the elements present in the sample of the earth crust are also present in the sample of the living tissue. Yes, whatever the samples elements are present in the earth crust, it is also present in the sample of the living tissue. Relative abundance of the carbon and hydrogen are same in living organism in the earth. So we are having different organism. Now, the abundance of the carbon and hydrogen is same in all the organism? No, this is incorrect. Okay, so statement 1 is correct, but the statement 2 is incorrect. Okay. Next question. The chemical compound whose molecular weight is less than 1000 Dalton is considered as, or it is called as, micromolecule. Okay, so the chemical compound whose molecular weight is less than 1000 Dalton is micromolecule. Correct. Amino acid is an example of micromolecule. This is also correct. Amino acid unite together and form protein, and that becomes the macromolecule. So here amino acid, this is a micromolecule. So both statement 1 and statement 2 are correct. Next question. Peptide bonds are present in polysaccharide, and statement 2 says glycosidic bonds are present in protein. So if you remember, polysaccharide do not have peptide bond. Peptide bond is a characteristic of protein. Amino acids are linked together. These are, suppose the amino acid 1, amino acid 2, amino acid 3, amino acid 4 and 5, like so on. So these are linked with the help of peptide bond, and it forms the polysaccharide. peptide. It forms the polypeptide, which later forms protein. So peptide bond is the characteristic of protein, not the polysaccharide. Now this glycosidic bond, it is a characteristic of polysaccharide, not the characteristic of protein. It is not present in protein. So both the statement 1 and statement 2 are incorrect. So these type of question creates a confusion because they are having both statement 1 and statement 2 are incorrect. Statement 1 is correct, but statement 2 is incorrect. So read the question very carefully, okay, and then opt the correct option. But before, read the statement actually very carefully. Peptide bonds are present in polysaccharide. With your prior knowledge, just analyze whether this statement is correct or incorrect. And statement 2, whether it is a correct or incorrect. And then read all the 4 options and see whether what you have analyzed about the statement 1 and statement 2 matches with the option. And then you will get the correct answer. So apply this strategy with every question. Okay. Next question. Ribozyme is a type of enzyme. Ribozyme is made up of amino acid. So let us follow what I have said just now. Ribozyme is a type of enzyme. Yes, ribozyme is an enzyme. But it is not a protein. It is nucleic acid. Nucleic acid that acts as an enzyme. So it is not made up of amino acid. It is not made up of amino acid. So with my prior knowledge, I am able to analyze statement 1 and statement 2. Ribosome is a type of enzyme. Yes, this statement is correct. Ribosome is made up of amino acid. No, this statement is not correct. This statement is not correct. So both statement 1 and statement 2 are incorrect. No. Statement 1 is correct, but statement 2 is incorrect. Yes. Statement 1 is incorrect, but statement 2 is correct. No. Both the statement and statement 2 are correct. This is also incorrect. So my option 2 is the correct one. Okay. Okay, moving to the next question. Read the following statement and choose the correct following statements and choose the correct option. Glycine does not contain any sulfur group. Glycine is the simplest amino acid. Okay. Cysteine is a sulfur containing amino acid. So it is not a glycine. So this statement is correct. Lipids are not polymeric. Yes, lipids do not form a polymeric structure. Okay, nucleic acid we can see, polysaccharide we can see, protein we can see, but lipid is not a polymeric structure. Concovalin A is a lactine. Yes, this is also a correct statement. And lysine is a basic amino acid. This is also the correct statement. Adenine pair with thymine through 3 hydrogen bond. Now here comes the problem. Adenine pair with thymine with always 2 hydrogen bond, not with 3 hydrogen bond. Gynosine pair with cytosine with 3 hydrogen bonds. So this statement is incorrect, but these 4 statements 1, 2, 3 and 4 are correct. So only 1, 2, 3 and 4 are correct statement. Next question. Select false statement for an enzyme promoting chemical reaction by lowering the energy of activation. So when you add any enzyme for a particular reaction, then it lower downs the activity. So if I draw a graph, then here is the substrate. In the absence of enzyme, it require a lot of energy. That is called as activation energy. But you add an enzyme, then you require less amount of energy and you get the product here. This is the substrate. So less activation energy. So enzyme lowers the energy activation here, causing the release of heat which act as a primer. Absolutely incorrect. Primer, it doesn't release any primer type of things, though this is absolutely incorrect. Increase molecular motion, no, enzyme does not add any motion type of things to any molecules which are taking part in the enzymatic reactions. Changing the free energy difference between the substrate and product, no. So only first one is correct. Select false statement. So second, third and fourth statements are false. Second, third and fourth statements are false. Which of the following statements are correct? Correct. Number of enzymes require the presence of metal ions for the catalytic function. Number of enzymes require the presence of a metal ion for a catalytic function. Prosthetic group are the organic compounds that are tightly bound to the apoenzyme. NAD and NADP coenzyme contain niacin, vitamin B3, and coenzyme are the organic compounds, but their association with the apoenzyme is only transient, usually occurring during the catalysis. Okay, a number of enzymes require the presence of metal ion for the catalytic function. We require a specific enzyme to catalyze a particular reaction. Okay, so number of enzymes, this is incorrect statement. Prosthetic group or organic compound that are tightly bound to the apoenzyme, no, this is also incorrect. It is not so tightly bound. NAD and NADP coenzyme contain niacin, that is vitamin B3. It is actually vitamin B12. So this is also incorrect. Coenzyme are the organic compound, but their association with the apoenzyme is only transient, usually occurring during the catalysis. This is the correct statement. So only fourth statement is correct. Assertion and reason questions. Enzyme have active sites and the substrates have reactive sites on their surface respectively. Active and reactive sites pushes the enzyme and substrate molecule away from each other. So this is totally a contradictory things. The reason. So both assertion and reason are correct, but the reason is not the correct explanation of A. A is correct, but R is incorrect. A is not correct, but R is correct. Both A and R are correct. And R is the correct explanation of A. So here we can see only assertion is correct, but the reason is totally incorrect. Because enzyme are having the active site and substrate have the reactive site. So they both bind together. They do not pushes away the enzyme and substrate molecule away from each other. It helps to bind together and ultimately they form the enzyme substrate complex, and later the product is formed. When product is formed, and product and enzyme are released out. Okay, so A is correct, but R is incorrect or not correct. A is correct, but R is not correct. Next question. Unsaturated fats have CC double bond compared with the saturated fats. Saturated fats have only single bonds in their structure. So unsaturated fats, they have CC double bond, and saturated fats, they do not have. Their saturation is done. Like all the carbon is having single bond. Okay, so saturated fats only have a single bonds in their structure. So both the statements are, both A and R are correct. But R is not the correct explanation of A. This is not the correct explanation. Saturated fats have only single bond. It only tells about the saturated fats, but it doesn't tell us about the unsaturated fats that having the CC double bond. Okay. Coenzymes serve as a cofactor in the number of different enzyme catalyzed reaction. Coenzyme are the cofactors in the number of different enzyme catalyzed reaction. Coenzyme and prosthetic groups are the cofactors. So coenzyme and prosthetic groups are the cofactor. Actually, cofactors and prosthetic groups are the coenzymes. So this is totally incorrect. So A is correct, but R is not correct. Coenzymes serve as a cofactor. Okay. Next question. Glycosidic bonds are formed by the dehydration. Yes, glycosidic bond is formed by the removal of a water molecule, that is called as dehydration. In polysaccharides, individual monosaccharide is linked by the glycosidic bond. Individual monosaccharide is linked by the glycosidic bond. Only one glycosidic bond. So this is incorrect. Both A are correct, but R is not the correct explanation of A. Okay, glycosidic bonds are formed by the dehydration. This is correct. Polysaccharide individual monosaccharides are also linked by the glycolysic bond. So this is the monosaccharide, and they are linked by the glycosidic bond. Yes, but how they are formed by the removal of water molecule, it doesn't explain about that. So both A and R are correct, but R is not the correct explanation of A. Next question. Metabolism refers to the sum of chemical reaction that occur within the living organism. Metabolism, what is metabolic reactivity? Metabolic reactions are the group of catabolism and anabolism. Catabolism and anabolism. Catabolism means something is broke down, and anabolism something synthesis take place. So metabolism refer to the sum of chemical reaction, all the chemical reaction, whether it is a catabolism or anabolism occurring in the living organism. Metabolic reactions occur simultaneously inside the living organism. So both A and R are correct, but R is not the correct explanation. This reason is not the correct reason for the above question. Okay. Secondary metabolites of the plants can be used for human. Abrine and ricins are the toxins. Yes, there are so many secondary metabolites of the plant that are very useful for the human. This is correct. Abrine and ricins are the toxins. This is also correct. But this is not the correct explanation of the first statement. First statement is saying the secondary metabolite of the plants can be useful for the human. Why they are useful? It is giving that abrine and ricins are the toxin. This is one of the example of the secondary metabolites, and they are used as a toxins. So this is not the universal explanation of the first statement, that is the assertion. So both A and R are correct, but R is not the correct explanation of A. Okay. So this is all about for today. Now we have completed a lot of revisions of the chapter. We have discussed about so many questions in our NCERT revision questions, having 4 different sessions. Session 1, 2, 3 and 4. Today was the 4th session. Now we will have one more session for the PYQ, that is the previous year question. Okay. Till then, thank you very much.